Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is NCK2310. Yes, for the returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you for always giving me your time. I do appreciate. And for those that are new, feel at home as well. Yes, what I do here, I do scrutinize and analyze songs, and I dwell in gospel songs, in political songs, and in party or mugidi songs, as we call them, from my country where I'm from, Kenya, living in Sweden, and used to live in Germany. Yes. So we've been on this journey quite for a while. So if you're there, I have a lot of scrutinization and analyzation of the songs. So I have a playlist of that. You can always go back there and watch them. So without wasting any time, let's see the song that I've prepared today. It is a gospel song, a very, very beautiful song. And let's dive in. Let's see what you're going to learn from this song. The song says, "The angel appeared to Abraham when he was old and weak." We know the story about Abraham, that he was very old already, he was weak, he didn't have any children by then. And an angel appeared to him. "God of another chance have said," the angel told him, "you will have many children, just like the stars in the sky." And we know the story of Abraham. We all are from the family of Abraham, as we all believe in, the Christians. Yes, that means that God can give you a chance, a last chance. You know, that time that you're very down, that time that you've lost hope, that time that you don't know if to turn right or left, God is saying He is God of another chance. I know, like right now in my country, there are a lot of things that has been going on. We know that we have our Kenyan girl in Vietnam who has been in jail there for 2 years, Duta, and she was supposed to be removed from this world because of that crime. But you know what? There's God of another chance. Did she do wrong? Yes, she did wrong. Was she fooled? Could be she was fooled. But remember that there is God of another chance. So there you are. We can comfort the family of Duta and tell them that there is God of another chance. You know, continue to pray, because it could be that your daughter, it could be that she is your sister or your daughter, or, you know, or your auntie, and she found herself there. You know, that's why I always say, for example, that if you're there, always remember to protect your area, to protect yourself, because there are so many evil people out there. There are people who don't care. There are people who are just greedy about money. There are people who just used to use, they love using the vulnerable, because we know the story, for example, just to get out of the song a little bit, on this lady called Duta. You know, a lady being told, okay, she's not from well-off family, and she thought, oh, let me go look for greener pastures, like we all like doing in Kenya, for example, or all the other African countries. And there she was. And we hear this story, how she was given a bag. You know, this is a wake-up call for all of you. This is a wake-up call that you can never allow anybody to pack for you your suitcase or your bag when you're traveling. You cannot. You know, for example, even leave alone the airplanes. Even in buses, sometimes you can be stopped by police and they check what you have. That's why it's very important that you can only trust yourself when it's come to packing. You know, I know that, like, for all the years I've lived in these diaspora countries, so many years, over 31 years, and anytime when I go home to Kenya, or when I come from Kenya, I have some people telling me, oh, please, can you pick up this for me? Can you bring this to my family? And I always say, no, sorry, I don't take other people's luggages. You know, the people can be sad or mad with you. It doesn't matter. But it's good always to be safe. If someone tell you carry this, carry that, you cannot agree, because there are so many evil, wicked people out there. You know, there are people who could be packing other stuff, like we know with the story with Duta. You know, a vulnerable lady. And there she is. Boom. She agreed to carry, to exchange a bag or something like that. And the bag was packed drugs and stuff. And now there she was. 2 years she's been in jail. And we know places like Vietnam or other countries, they're very strict. They have rules and regulations. You know, it is the rules of those countries. It's heartbreaking, but you know what? God is God of another chance. God can give you another chance. You just have one to always accept your mistakes. If you know you've done that, say, yes, I did that. And just like Duta has been talking, she says, yes, I was told this and that's why, for example, in Kenya, our government, Kenyan government, stop sleeping. I always scream here and say that our boys and girls, they are being killed day in, day out, being sent out to I don't know which Arabic countries to go and suffer there for small peanuts money. And now you see, like Nduta, vulnerable lady, told, carry this bag, exchange this bag, this and that, being given little money. That's why I say we have Kenyan government. You have to close all those agencies. They've been using our boys and girls for many years. Our boys and girls are being lied to in Kenya. I always tell my story, those who follow me, about my second born brother. I have two brothers who are older than me. My second born brother, a few years ago, he was fooled. He was told he's gonna go to Qatar to be a driver. And when he reached there with some Kenyans, they were taken somewhere out, like in the desert somewhere, to be going, I don't know, many meters down, like 30 meters, to dig muram, or what is called, down. Someone who've never done that kind of a job. You know, I thank God that there I was, because my brother went without my consent, although I had put a business for him. So sometimes you Kenyans, you also have to stop to be, you have to think, you know, if someone has given you, like that brother of mine had opened for him a business, chicken, big, many, like a story building for chicken business, for example. You know, I had put water pumps for him because he like farming. I had bought cars for him. You know, he has a home, he had electricity, he had everything, all from me. But on top of that, that was not enough. Behind my back, he decided to squeeze himself with some of the money I used to give him. He bought himself ticket with an agency, went to Qatar. There he was. He suffered. And because I didn't know anything, he had to contact me and send me videos and photos. I was shocked because I could before try to call him in Kenya and no funds were going through. And then I asked him, why? When did you go to Qatar? Why? I, as your young sister, had assisted you, had helped you. How comes? He said, oh, I wanted to try this and that. He and some Kenyans were almost dying in Qatar. I had to rescue him and them out of that place in Qatar to go back to Kenya. That's why I say, when I talk about these things, that there are some agencies fooling our Kenyan people. It's because my own second brother went through that. But for him, it was just being nasty and naughty. Because I had helped him and assisted him that he was able to survive nicely in Kenya, not paying any bills. He has a business, used to give him a lot of money. So it was just being, I don't know what I can call it. So it is true that our agencies in Kenya, they are using our boys and girls. They are. Because you see the story of Duta, how many Dutas have been out there? Maybe there are so many people up to date, they're in jails where their stories were not told. It could be. There are so many of our Kenyans, they are suffering. I remember for many years ago, I used to follow a lot of stories with this Vote TV. And I do remember that we used to rescue so many Kenyans until I gave up, because it was always giving money for those our peoples to get out of those countries where they are being slaughtered, being murdered. They're killing each other because of anger, because of jealousy, because of I don't know what. The stories came on and on and on. And at the airport, it's full. It used to be full stocked to people going Saudi Arabia, going I don't know where, all these Arabic countries, you know. And at the end, the parents are the ones crying. Kenyan parents are crying up to today because their children were gone forever. They've never seen their children. Some of their children, they even don't know if they're still alive or not. Just because some greedy, selfish agencies, they don't care. For them, they just want money. You're told to pay this and this money will take you out, you'll get a good job. And it's all a lie. It's high time for our Kenyan government to stand up and build jobs for our Kenyans so that our Kenyans can stop going out there to suffer. You can see like this family of this lady called Duta. You can see that they're not a well-up family. So there she was. Maybe she was just promised, hey, take this and that. We do a deal so that you can get this and this money. And she thought, oh, I'm from poor family. And that's why I say, please, let us be people with dignity. For example, we Kenyans, because there are some jobs you can say no, thank you. When they're offered to you, there are some things you're told that you got to do so as to be rich. Say no, thank you. I always say that it's better to die a poor man, but someone who is, I see Red TBT, thank you for coming, welcome. I always say it's good to die a poor man than to do all these kind of dirty jobs or even to steal from anybody. But there we are. Some people think, oh, it's good to get quick money. So they go shortcuts. Shortcuts in life are not good. When you want something, you have to work hard for it. You cannot go and believe in shortcuts. Shortcuts in life just bring cries and sorrows. Anyway, let's continue on with the song. The song says that the angel appeared to Abraham and told him that God is of another chance, and that Abraham would be filled with a lot of children, and like the skies in the sky. And his wife Sarah, she started to laugh because she thought that can be true. How? We are already old. How can we get children? And there she said she laughed because she didn't know that there is God of another chance. She didn't believe that. That was Sarah. And then the song says, Isaac, when war started due to wells, Isaac, God gave him his own well. We know also the story of Laban, the well, which God gave to Isaac. We know that story as well. The song says, stop talking and gossiping about me, because there is God of another chance. I'm patiently waiting for, so there you are. You could be that people are laughing at you, people are making fun of you, people are gossiping about you. You know what? Tell them, hey, stop gossiping about me. I'm waiting for God of another chance. And there you are. If you are going through whatever kind of hardship you're going through, do the right thing. Do not go shortcuts. Shortcuts are not good. Let me repeat again. Shortcuts are not good. It's same like here with online. With this YouTube, I can give example, for example. With this YouTube, for example, you have to do the right thing. When you come to YouTube, you abuse people, you lie maybe about people, this and that. There come at times when YouTube cannot tolerate you. And after all the hard work you're doing, your hard work will go in vain. Can you imagine? You work hard. I see like some people, they stay hours and hours and hours on YouTube, trying, of course, to make money, because that's the main reason. There is no other reason why someone can spend so many hours on YouTube, because they want to make an income. They want to make some money. But they should do it in the right way, because you can maybe one time continue to lie about people, continue to abuse people, continue to, to misbehave online, and there comes a time that even if you work for YouTube or for Facebook or for TikTok or whatever, they will get fed up you. They don't want you to be there. They will cancel your YouTube channel. And there you are. You have to start again from ground zero. That's why I say in life, it's always good to do the right thing. Yes, it can take time. Be patient. Patience pays. Just do the right thing. Do not go shortcuts. Don't go shortcuts on YouTube. Don't go shortcuts on all these social media. Don't go shortcuts in life as well. Because you can go shortcut, you'll be clapped hands for, but then boom, there you are at the ground again. And you have to start from ground zero. That's why I say, please, be patient. Always do the right thing. Do not take any shortcuts. Shortcuts bring shame. Shortcut will make you be sad. Anyway, the song continues to say, stop talking and gossiping about me, because even the hair that is cut, it grows. Just wait and you will see. I do remember, like in October, I think, for example, I shaved my hair in October last year when I became 50 years old. And I've been cutting it almost every week. Like here on the side, I shave a lot because my hair grows very fast. And just like in this song, the song says that when you cut the hair grows again. Is the same with life. And the song continues to say, stop talking and gossiping about me, because I won't live in poverty forever. I will make it through and I'll get out of poverty. So there you are, or there we are. We know poverty is not a good thing. God did not bring any of us in this world to be poor. That's why when God created the world, he made sure we had everything. We have all kind of animals which we can consume and which are not for consuming. We have all kind of plants which we can consume and which are not for consuming. We have everything, birds, fishes, call them, name them. Why? Because God wants us human beings to be rich. God wants us human beings to make it in life. God wants us, all of us, to be happy. So God did not bring you to this world to suffer. God did not bring you to this world to live a poor life that you have no food to eat. God did not do that. And that's why God says, I bless hard work. You work hard, God will bless you. And also God says, it's good to be patient with him. Because the moment some of us are not patient, then we start to go shortcuts. Because we want either quick money, we want quick properties, we want quick cars, quick homes, quick, I don't know what, animals. We want everything quick, quick, quick. Some of us even maybe have not worked, but still you want to have that and that home. You want to have that and that car. You want to travel that and that place, and even you don't work. The saying here is telling us that God will remove you from poverty. But of course, you have to work hard. God blesses hard work. Do always the right thing. Do not take dirty jobs. What do I mean with dirty jobs? For example, selling drug is dirty job. Selling yourself is dirty job. We know that some people say, "Oh, I'm forced by the situation." Like those people who are my age. I'm 50 years. I did not come from well-up family. But like my late mom or my late dad, they did not do that job of selling themselves. They did not do that job of selling drugs. They made sure whatever they were getting as farmers, that they were able to educate us as children. So nobody can ever stand up and say, I'm doing this and this illegal job just because I'm from poor family. That's no excuse. Remember, there are people who will take advantage of you when they know that you are from vulnerable family, just like Nduta. There are people who will think they can use you. They can use you so that their dirty jobs reaches their destinations. So there you are. It doesn't matter the background you have. There is no excuse for you to agree to do any dirty job. As I've always said, God don't like bribes. If someone come and tell you, do this and this for me, a dirty job, I'll give you this and this money, and you agree to it, you have accepted bribe. And God don't like bribes. So there you are. If you have anybody, whoever tells you about bribe, say no thank you. Look up to God. Tell God, God, you know my situation. You know that I'm from poor family. You know that my family is suffering this and this and that. You know that we are living in poverty. Please, God, open doors for us. Show us ways, but the right ways. Because God don't show anybody the wrong ways. That's only the devil who does that. And the song continues to say, stop talking and gossiping about me, because there is God of another chance that I am patiently waiting for. So there we go again, that you have to be patient for God to hear your prayers. continue working hard and praying. Those are the two things you should do. Working hard and praying. That God may bless the hand of your work. That God may open doors. And God opens only good doors. If you see that you're doing illegal jobs, and you even manage to get, for example, a passport, you manage to get a ticket, you manage to even take that flight, but you know very well that the kind of job you're going to do is illegal. That's not God who have opened that door. It is Satan, and that's where you'll go. You'll be arrested. Just like Dutan did. This is a lesson for all our people to learn. All our Kenyan people, please, our boys and girls, learn from this story. There are so many other stories which have been told here online, how our people are suffering. Even in this country, where, like I'm in Sweden, we just saw just the other day, the lady, a Kenyan lady who was living in Stockholm. I talked about it last time. She killed her 2 boys just because of depression. Also, it was not an excuse. But the 2 kids were gone. It's high time for all our Kenyans to keep listening. Because some people, they have deaf in the ears. They don't listen. Working hard and praying. Those 2 things. And praying for yourself. Not allowing anybody to pray for you. The song continues to say, Jesus was sold as a slave by his siblings. But God of another chance changed it. We know who was Joseph, the one that raised Jesus. We know the story in the Bible that his siblings sold him as a slave. But there he was. He became a man that will always be respected. He raised up the Son of God, Jesus. The song continues to say, when Moses reached at the Red Sea, he told the crowd to just wait and they will see what God would do. And we know the story. When he took the stick and the water was able to divide itself and they were able to pass. Daniel, these are examples of what God can do. Daniel was thrown to lions. They didn't eat him. We know the story also here. Daniel, can you imagine being thrown in the cage or in places where there are lions? And we know lions, they're predators. They love human beings. They did not touch him. They did not eat him. That shows that with God, God can do miracles. That we should only trust and believe in God. Because it's God of another chance. So there you are, in whichever kind of situation you are in. You should know there's God of another chance. Today, for example, when I was watching that story about this prophet, I never call him prophet, I say Peter Kay. It's shocking just to hear the stories coming out. Only he knows. He, God, and the devil, and those people accusing him of having done whatever he has been doing, sodomizing. Only them can tell the truth. But if he's guilty, he should just accept it, that he's guilty. He should serve, because we know it's wrong to sodomize. Mothers in Kenya are crying. They're worried about their boys or even their girls. Because sodomizing is wrong, is not okay, even in the eyes of God. And then on top of that, you're hiding, pretending to be so holy. That's why I say, please, if Peter Kay is guilty, he should accept his mistakes. We know we are all not perfect. Just like Jesus said, if one has never sinned, should throw a stone. So we all know that we all are sinners. But most important thing is, if you are caught like that, accept your mistakes. Say, yes, I've been doing that. I'm wrong. I was wrong. God is God of another chance. Accept your mistakes. After you accept your mistakes, because you know very well what you've been doing. And if you're not guilty, just say, I'm not guilty, but don't lie. Because if you're guilty and you're on top, you say you're not guilty, you're on top of that lying, which is wrong. I see you, Ken Masharia. Thank you, Ken, for coming. Welcome, welcome. So it's high time, for example, if Peter K did whatever he did to our Kenyan boys, accept it. But in Kenya, we know how our court works. That like today he was there, he was saying, please bond or whatever. Because like in these European countries, that's mission impossible. If he's found guilty, you don't get out. Just like that. When all these stories are coming, it's a wake-up call for Kenyans. For example, with the story of Peter K, it's a wake-up call for all the Kenyans, preachers. We've been pretending and lying to our Kenyans since years and years and years that you're holy. You've been pretending and stealing from our Kenyan people. We've been shouting day in, day out, stop it, stop it, stop it. Because a thief has 40 days. We saw what happened now to Peter K. His days came to be exposed. If it's true, if he did that. But how many other Peter K's are out there? We hear with the musicians, Kenyan musicians, when the new ones, the younger ones want to come up, you don't give them chances unless you use them first. Your days are numbered. Your days are coming, just like for Peter K came. Doing all these sort of dirty things behind the back is wrong, is not right. And the days are coming. You'll all be ashamed. Hope you saw how shameful it was. Yesterday when he was gotten from Nairobi, being taken to Nakuru, what a shame. Can you imagine in those churches he was going and they were listening and believing in him? Shall they ever believe any other priest? Or any other people saying God, God, Jesus, Jesus? How? I think it's high time. It's a wake-up call for all Kenyans to see what's going on. Yes, God is God of another chance. If you're there and you've been doing wrong, it's high time you accept you've been doing wrong and ask God for forgiveness, because God is God of another chance. Peter K should accept and don't lie. He should just tell the court, yes, I'm guilty. I've been doing this and that. And I'm sorry. Who knows? He can be given another chance. If Duta has been given another chance in Vietnam, someone like Peter K or all the others who've been doing crazy things can also be given another chance. But they first have to accept and apologize and even pay penalty. God is God of another chance, as I've said. It means if you've done wrong, accept your mistakes, ask for forgiveness to those that you hurt, to the families that you hurt, to the Kenyan people that you hurt, the Kenyan mothers that you hurt. You make us all afraid. We all think, oh my God, what about our boys, our Kenyan boys out there? Where are they safe? Can they walk? I remember growing up, my mom used to, when it's coming like late, if my mom or my dad had to send somebody to the shopping center, not me or my sister, it was always my brothers, because we were girls. Only boys, because those days it was not known that boys could be touched like that. But look now, mothers are scared and terrified. Where our boys are safe. All eyes are waiting and watching. Because in Kenya, it's known that the Kenyan courts don't give justice. We are waiting, we are watching to see what will happen. And there are so many others who are hiding. Their cases don't go nowhere because some of those people, they are so mighty. They have so much money. So some people don't even find any use to take them to courts. Some people just cry themselves. They fall into depression because of the things they've been done, and they have nowhere to report to. They're even ashamed to talk about it. But it's high time we all, for example, Kenya mothers, we stand together and we say, all those predators have been using our children in Kenya. Their days are numbered, and they will be ashamed in front of the whole world. Because someone like Peter Kay, he was not only being watched by Kenyans, it's everybody. You know, we have, of course, a lot of Africans and Kenyans all in the diaspora, all around the world. We were watching. What a shame. And if you've been doing those things, or you're still doing those things, you better stop before your days are coming. And you'll be ashamed, like Peter Kay, for example. The song says that Daniel was not eaten by the lions. And also the song says, he went around Jericho, all the doors and gates fell apart, and it was because of glory of God, God's glory. Someone who was sick for years, Jesus told him to walk, and he was delivered. Hannah used to be laughed at by Peninnah for lack of children, and God of another chance gave her, and she was able to get Samuel. We all know the story of Hannah and Peninnah. How Peninnah used to mock Hannah because she was old and no children. She was barren, as we call it. But she did not give up. She continued praying and believing God will open her womb. And there it was. She was able to get Samuel, and Samuel, we know he became a very big man. So again, as I say, God of another chance comes. Always do the right thing. Can you imagine if Hannah had tried to do all this crazy stuff? God would have abandoned her. But instead, she remained faithful to God. She put all her faith in God. And there she was. She was able to get Samuel because God is God of another chance. The song continues to say, Bartimaeus called for his son, and the son was delivered from blindness. We know that Bartimaeus' son was blind. And when he said, please come, my son is blind, he believed that the son would see again. And because God is God of another chance, and God liked it that Bartimaeus believed in him, he made sure that the son could see again and stopped to be blind. So remember always, God is God of another chance. In whichever situation you are in, it doesn't matter what kind of difficulties you're going through, God will open doors for you as long as you believe in him, you trust in him, and you're working hard on whatever your dreams is. The song says, what do you want? In the song it's asking, what do you want? The song is asking me what I want. Our today's life, there is hope for those who are patient. The song says, if you are patient with God, there is hope. When you're not patient with God, that's when the devil comes in. You are tricked to go and do crazy things which God don't like. You are tricked by those people who will take advantage of you. You are tricked, you are fooled because you are not patient. You don't want to wait for God of another chance. The song continues to say, there is quite a lot of wars and conflicts towards us, but God will deliver us from all those conflicts. There you are. I don't know what kind of wars you are fighting. There are all sort of wars. You could have wars at your places of work. You could have wars with your family members. You could have wars with your employees. You could have wars with, there are so many different kind of wars. But you know what? Only God can deliver you from that war you're suffering from. From that kind of war that you even don't know where to turn to. Only God can deliver you. Because he's God of another chance, the song says. It's an amazing song. I love this song. The song continues to say, they have planned to destroy our destinations, our dreams. But they will be ashamed because God blesses and God don't destroy. An amazing verse. That the enemies will try to destroy our destination. The enemies will make sure they will make sure they make that you lose hope from your dreams, what you're dreaming to do. The enemies will make sure that you stop your journey to your destination. The enemies will make sure they put obstacles. But God is saying, when you believe in God, because he's God of another chance, he will bless you, he will bless us, and God will not destroy our dreams. The song continues to say, our farms that have been lacking food, the animals that were not fertile and not producing, God of another chance will make sure that our lands become fertile, so we have a lot of crops growing nicely. God will make sure that our animals, if you have goats and cows and chicken, God will make sure that they are fertile and they are producing, so you can get more and more and more. If it's chicken, they have a lot of eggs. If it's cows, you have a lot of milk. God will make sure that we harvest properly because he's God of another chance. This is it's an amazing song. I really love this song. It's so nice. A very nice, encouraging song. It's actually old song. It's 4 years old, this song. An amazing, beautiful, beautiful song. So there you are. Maybe you're doing a business and it's failing. Maybe you're planting and your crops, you can't harvest anything. Pray. God knows you're working hard. If you need rain, pray so that God can give rain, for example. So that if it's animals, they have enough to feed. If it's plants that need water, you get enough water. God knows you've worked hard to plant. Put your faith in God. But don't start to do other things like what other people do. Because you'll be misled by your enemies. You'll be told, hey, for you to prosper, go to a witch doctor. For you to prosper, go and be laid your hands on by, I don't know, pastor and priest and bishops and I don't know what, who are not clean. You'll be away from the ways of God. You will wonder, oh my God, why I'm working and my crops are not, I can't harvest anything. Why my animals are not producing no eggs, no milk, no meat, no what? It's because maybe you're mixing yourself. You're bringing people who are doing dirty things close to you. People who are worshiping other gods. As we say in my language. That's why God is still not blessing you. You're wondering why? What happened? Instead of you praying directly to God, You're going every Sunday or maybe every day. Those people who go every day, I hear there are some people who go every day. I wonder when they work. They go every day to churches. They are laid hands on by some church leaders who are dirty, who are worshiping other gods. They are putting hands on you. So that means they're giving their spirits to you. So you are not clean anymore. And that's why God hasn't come yet to bless you, because you've mixed yourself. This song is trying to tell us, do not mix yourself. God is God of another chance, yes, but you have to stay in the ways of God. Stop mixing yourself. Because there are so many people, they believe, oh my God, I have to put water and spray salt and I don't know do what, and use scarves by which they are given by different church leaders. So you are praying other small gods. That handkerchief you have is another god. That water you're carrying, spraying around, is another god. That salt you're pumpering around is another god. And God have said, never worship other gods. Do not. But there you are. You're doing all those things and then you're wondering, oh my God, why my things are going wrong? It's because you're worshiping other gods. You're worshiping idols. Throw all those things away. Start to worship God and only God. God the Father, the Holy Spirit, the Son. Stop worshiping idols. Because worshiping idols is what is destroying you and your family and your children. And you keep wondering why my things are not going right. God is God of another chance, but let's try to always do the right things. Let's always try to follow the right path. It takes time, yes, because God likes patience as well. Just follow the right thing, follow the right path, always follow the right way. God will open doors for you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. He will open doors for you and for me in whichever kind of situations we are in. This is a very, very amazing song. The song is called Gaiwai Hidarege, God of Another Chance. It's by Ezekiel M. Jacob. An amazing song. I think it's 4 years old. Yes, it's 4 years old. Very, very beautiful song. I think it's high time for us to only believe in God the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Because He is one in God in one. He's three in one. Because He will bless us. If we believe in Him, He will bless us. He will bless the hard work that we do. If we believe in Him, if we stop worshiping other gods and other idols. There we are. I hope you've liked this song. And please, if you haven't touched the subscribe button, please touch it. I will appreciate. You can comment, share, and like as well. I'll appreciate that. And I have a playlist where I scrutinize and analyze Kikuyu songs into English. So this channel is for English. Sometimes I quote a few Kikuyu words. Kikuyu is one of the languages in Kenya. I am a Kikuyu. Yes, I love my tribe. Hey, nobody said where he or she should be born, right? Should be proud of where you come from. And I'm a proud Kikuyu. And that's why I want to share these beautiful Kikuyu songs that we have with the whole world. I want them to know what the Kikuyu sings. What do they talk about? And that's why I dwell with gospel songs. I dwell with political songs. And I dwell with Mogithi or Party Kikuyu songs. But we do it in English. Because, for example, in Kenya, we have a lot of tribes and not everybody understands Kikuyu language. I am here. So you can know, okay, our Kikuyu songs, wow, they talk about this and this and that. They try to teach us 1, 2, 3 things. Because, for example, we Kenyans, and especially, like, I can talk on behalf of the Kikuyus. We love God. The Kikuyus love God. Very religious. I remember growing up, that we could work from Monday. The older people could work from Monday to Saturday, and Sunday was a holy day. Holy where it's just about God. Kids going to Sunday school, later on leaving, all the parents going for the service for grown-ups. And then after that, it was some people they could go to, like visiting poor families and stuff. It was God day on Sundays. It was beautiful memories, but then it came that the world changed, that we started to have so many criminals in churches. They started to do businesses in churches. Me growing up, there was nothing like that. There was no businesses in churches. There wasn't. And I think those years, people really feared God. We, the kids, my generation, I'm 50 years. Those people, when we went the same Sunday schools and schooling around together, we knew up to today. I'm so happy that my friends up to today, they are very well behaved. Those that we grew up together. People that don't go around abusing others. People don't go around talking embarrassing words around. Even here online, people that I can be proud and say, yes, those were my childhood friends. People that I'm not ashamed to say, yes, I knew them, But nowadays, you can see how the world has become. People have become bad. No shame. They talk how they want. That's why sometimes you never want to be negotiated with. You never want some people to be close to you because their behavior is so wrong. You don't want to be seen with them. You don't want to be seen, for example, in these YouTube channels. You don't want to be seen in their channels because you're like, wait a minute. I don't want ever, internet never forgets. So when you go around and you're in some channels and you have this photo going around the world, you with that person who is always abusing people, talking rude, and you're seen together, everybody will think, oh, that's your friend. Oh, you behave the same like her or him. So it's high time we also have to be considerate and thinking, please, which kind of people do you involve yourselves with? What kind of people do you want to be seen together with? Because you cannot go join yourself in some people who are, murderers, as we called it. Shameful. But anyway, we know that the world has changed, just like there are so many criminals in churches. Also, for example, here online as well. So it's up to you to make your own mind. It's up to you to say, wait a minute. If you're a woman, you're a mother, you're a sister of somebody, set a good example. Show your children good example. Set a good example. And God will continue to bless you. All right. I thank you all so much for those that listened to me. I thank you, Ken Masharia and Lee TBT. May God bless you. Her story is quite shocking. It's like a movie. Yes, real TBT. You're talking about the story of the lady in Vietnam or of Peter Kay. Yes, that story of Peter Kay, it's crazy. I've been watching it. There's even, I just saw a few minutes ago, there are even some people saying about US and that his name was Isaac Kiniti. I don't know how true that is. I have no idea. But when you hear about all these stories, you're like, wait a minute, what? Was he going around with fake name? We know about Peter Kay or Peter Baragu, that we know, but now there's coming a new story of Isaac Kiniti. I don't know who was that, or if he was. Someone was in US and was put away from US or something. I don't know how true that is. And then with this story of Margaret Dutin, we are hearing this story about John Joroge. If it's true, we all Kenyans have to demand. We got to know who is this John Joroge. If it's true, we don't know how true that is. Internet tells a lot of stories. We're still waiting, and we're waiting to see how the story develops. Because we have to know who are these some of the criminals who are using our boys and girls in Kenya. We have to know all these agencies, even some of the names being mentioned. I'm shocked. I'm still in shock to hear the kind of people who know this John Joroge. All these criminals. We have to face them as Kenyans. If our government is not able to protect our Kenyans, the online people should expose all these criminals. That's the only way to go. So that whenever anybody see them, runs away from them. Whenever nobody want to come close to them because they are known that they are users. They are criminals. Anyway, what can I say? Stories are still going on. Let's wait and see. You know what shocks me as a Kenyan is that sometimes stories are put out there and then they are ignored. I was so shocked. I'm still in shock up to now. When I listened to this SK Masharia, when he admitted in front of everybody that he was one of those people who changed Raila numbers. He admits it. He committed a crime. And people are there smiling and laughing. Hi, politicians. You know, if it's in the Western countries, right now, SK Masharia would be in. Because he admitted committing a crime. Because changing votes, changing numbers, changing names, that's a crime. But we are in Kenya. That's Kenya for you. It's heartbreaking. And that's why I say that Kenyans, you are on your own. We Kenyans are on our own. Politicians are in their same. They are in one area like this. We others, we are here. Because if they are real politicians in Kenya right now, they should have called that SK Masharia and told him, give us the names. Who called you to that office? Who told you to change names? Who told you to steal votes? But nobody cares. Just because SK Masharia has so much money, so he's above the law. Is that what Kenyans want to tell me? It's heartbreaking. And when I hear it's crazy. When I say all these Moi students should all go home, I really mean it. It's high time Kenyans to say we want to be ruled by youths. We want new faces in Kenya. But there you are, Kenyans. You hang around. You take around Moi students. That one and that one. Hey, Karonzo. Hey, Kashagwa. Hey, this. Hey, Uhuru. Hey, Raila. Hey. All. They're all around. Betangura. Hey, Mudavadi. All these people we grew up knowing. They are all around there. When do you want new faces? When do you want new change in Kenya? Because all these politicians, they're in one. You'll be very surprised, all those screaming, Gashagwa, Gashagwa. Soon you will rejoin also with some of those people. You'll be left there, you as Kenyans. It's high time you say, you Kenyans, you are tired of Moi students. All of them. They should all go home. All of them. Because they've never changed their life in Kenya. They've never created jobs for our youths. That's why our youths are going out, taking drugs, I don't know for who. Where they are almost being hanged. They are being taken advantages of. They are being taken, I don't know, to suffer in Arab countries. Which government sends its own citizen outside the country instead of creating jobs in its own country? Which government does that? It's shocking. And Kenyans are there clapping their hands. Hey, Ruto, hey. Why? It's high time we all wake up as Kenyans. God of another chance is telling us he's there. He will give us chance. So let us also give chance to our youths to rule us as Kenyans. And we'll see where our country will go. All right. I thank you all so much. I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, which is 10 o'clock Kenyan time. And in Sweden, where I live, or in Germany, where I used to live, it's 8 o'clock in the evening, PM. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much, Ken. I see, don't forget to give a video a like. Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much listening. Yes, thank you. I thank you also for the back people who are listening at the back. I thank you all. And we catch up tomorrow again. Thank you and stay blessed. And bye-bye.